Hey guys, Short Midget here, doing a video on all the SSGs that I've built. Building from the ground up, not the JGM4 that I have on my channel where I just kind of did some tuning up. This is like building gearboxes, like starting with a gearbox and putting lots of upgrades into it. So let's start off over here. This was fielded yesterday. This is the most recent build. This is for a friend. It's a G&G combat machine, plastic body. He broke one or two uppers, so he bought a metal one. Finally went with a metal one. I think he spent, I don't know how much he spent, but he got it installed right and everything. And then we got this ZCI 10-inch key mod from Brill. And I installed that. Well, me and him both worked on that, actually, because that was kind of difficult to get on. We had to Loctite it on. 9.6 in this, gears, Super Shooter 13-to-1s, amp high torque, SHS metal rack piston that's pre-latent, so, and sorbo on the front of the cylinder head, so it's pretty much built. The shimming is okay. It's definitely not bad. Nothing, no gears should break or anything, or strip or get odd damage, but it just doesn't sound the best. With ammo, all of these sound better. Do keep that in mind. And also, when you switch to the semi, all of a sudden, for some reason, the first shot is really hard to pull the trigger. It's like it jams up. I'm not sure why that is. It never did that until after we fielded it yesterday. But semi, and this is a 9.6, so it's not a very high voltage battery. I lightened up the trigger pull, and then full auto. It's 21 rounds a second on a half-charge battery. This is a little, I'd say about a half-charge, actually. I charged it yesterday when we got home, but I've actually done 3 takes on this video. One was last night, and 2 to work today. But yeah, first trigger pull is really tough. It's like the trigger's blocked by something, and I'm not sure why. Even when you go to full auto, it's like that. Hopefully that doesn't bother him. It was not like that until my brother fielded it, so I don't know if my brother, or if something got loose in there. I don't know. It's not a bad gun. It's good. G&G M100 is getting 330 with .2s. The spring in there is 2.5 years old, so it's not bad. Here is an Echo 1 base, Stag Arms metal body. This is a 7.4 Deans, 5,000 milliamp 7.4, so it's pretty good. Echo 1 high torque, which is not really a high torque. I think it's like 16 TPA or something. It's not. It's a balance, but it's fairly torquey. It's probably 18 TPA, maybe just 16. But I'm not sure what most stock. I think most stock TPAs is 14, but I'm not totally sure on that. Or maybe it's 16, but they do make 16 TPA upgrade motors that are neomagnets, and neomagnet motors will just perform better overall. They'll have better torque generally. Even if it's a balanced motor, it'll have better torque with neomagnets. The rate of fire will also be better, and they'll just last longer up to higher voltage batteries. And rate of fire, they don't burn out as easy at all. SHS 12-to-1s. This is the pack. 12-to-1s, gen, I'm not sure what gen, actually. Bought them from Brill, installed them, greased them, shimmed them. Shimming is okay. The only thing that's really bad is the motor height. The alignment is not very good with this grip and this base plate, because it's kind of an odd fit on the base plate. So, I might adjust the motor height, but I think it's good where it's at. When there's BBs in it, it sounds pretty good. I do have a spare G&G piston and Echo 1 piston for this gun, because the one that's in here is G&G, and it's been in here a while. And last time I took it apart, I noticed one of the teeth was chipped, but it's been running for about another 2,000 rounds since I've taken it apart. So the owner uses semi mostly, and he doesn't shoot a whole lot. But probably next time I take it apart, his gearbox is cracking his shell. So if he buys or if I find a shell for him, and then he pays me for it, obviously, I'll probably swap everything out, and I don't know, I might put one of these in there, or I might just say, hey, you should probably buy a SHS metal rack piston for 10 bucks, because SHS pistons are so cheap, but they're so good. So yeah, other than a new gearbox shell, and a new piston. There's nothing that needs to be done in this at all. And the VFC piston head in here would be swapped out for the G&G because the G&G is a lot better. I found the FPS went up on this gun from swapping the VFC to the G&G. So the same should happen to this. The VFC piston head's metal. It's right here. I don't know. The ports aren't as good or something. But the G&G one's just amazing. So semi. It does have the sound amp on there. Trigger response is okay. It's more of a speed motor. This motor's been through a lot. This is an old motor. It's about a 2.5-year-old motor. So where this one's this amp high torque in here is brand new. So this one's a pretty old motor. I've tried a JG Red in here, and it performed a little bit worse than this. So this is still a pretty good motor. But if he wanted to upgrade, I'd probably say a ZCI Balance if he got an SHS piston, because the ZCI Balance is going to be shooting like 4 rounds a second faster than this. So this one's getting about 22 rounds a second as well. Fully charged, this was getting 23, and fully charged, this was getting 23. When I took them right off the battery, that's what both of them were getting. I'm not sure why this one's getting the same as this when this has 12 to 1s and this has 13 to 1s. I'm not exactly sure why. It's probably the motor's really what drives it, so it's probably the motor in this, which it's a good motor. And then, he's got a Danger Defense Omega on here. The body's a little wobbly. The upper and lower move a little bit, but the trademarks are nice. And the gun sounds so much better with the ammo in it. Both of these do. I mean, it's amazing. These kind of sound like this sounds really bad without any ammo. But then when you put ammo in it, sounds really good. So just keep in mind that it's a lot quieter on video. Last time I took video footage, or I took a video of this, it was kind of meh when there was ammo in it, but it sounds good to the ear when you're actually shooting it or you're getting shot at. But on video, it kind of sounds a little weird. Also, there's Dream Army bushings in this. Brand new bushings I ordered and threw them in here for him, and they've been working. They're 8mm, and then I think these are 8mm as well. And these are like Sima random steel ones that I had because the copper ones would have blown out. This is my build. I use a GMP 10.8 wired Dean's Nuke FET. I'm buying 11-1 for this. Keep that in mind. I'm going to zip tie it to the top here with this 10.8, so I'll have both batteries ready to go. Charged the night before. It's only 1,000 milliamps, so it will die during my airsoft event, so I'll have to swap to the 10.8. Which the 10.8 gives good trigger response as it is, but the rate of fire is pretty low. Rate of fire is about 24 rounds a second, right as it is now. It's about 26 on a full charge, so it loses about 2 to 3 rounds a second when it's half charged like it is now. It's an M110 in here, and ZCI high torque, 13 to 1, short stroke by 3 teeth, super shooter metal rack piston with the G&G piston head. It's getting 380 at 24 rounds a second with the 10.8. And the 11-1, I'm hoping to get 28 rounds a second on a well, see, 11-1s tend to hold their charge battery. They don't die. It's not like it's kind of a constant discharge, and they start to die. And when they start to die, they're about dead. Whereas with NIMS, they just gradually die. So NIMS aren't really the best, but I do recommend 10.8s on any stock gun. I mean, get a 10.8, throw it in there. You're going to be getting great trigger response, great rate of fire, but eventually you will have to put a MOSFET in there or replace your trigger contacts. So semi. Now I did put I redid this video because I had this this bevel in there because it seemed to mesh better, and I accidentally put the wrong one in here. I had a Classic Army over there that I was supposed to put in, but I accidentally put this one in. I just got it mixed up, and this one was bad. And then I kind of felt that when I was like, I kind of rolled the motor against the pinion teeth, and it just didn't seem to mesh with the Classic Army as well. And I think that's why I mixed them up, because this one meshed better. But when that one was in, it sounded bad. So I put the SHS back in here, and I actually like the SHS bevel. It meshes with the ZCI pinion really well because they're like China type. You know, most of those are China type as well, but this one just, I don't know if ZCI, I don't think ZCI is a rebrand of SHS, but they might be, but I don't think so. I don't have anything to support my opinion. That's not even an opinion. That's just a hypothesis, kind of. I don't even think that. It's just, they mesh well together. So that's semi. That's full. And that's about a half charge 10.8. I'll go ahead and plug a 7.4 in it. With the 7.4, this 7.4 here, it still gets good trigger response. And you can really hear when you put the low voltage battery in there, you can really hear how smooth it is. A lower voltage battery tends to cycle the gun slower, so it doesn't sound as good. But it's pretty well put together. Yeah, that's a 7.4. That's like 10 rounds a second. Something weak. And then this is like 23, 24. Maybe a little bit lower, actually. This battery is about half dead, though. So, if you have any questions, comment below. I'll try to answer them. Go check out, if you want to see any of these guns some more, go check out my channel, because I have videos on each one. And then last but not least. So, see you guys later.